Hi, this is David Odell with Odell Complete Concrete. This is the second pour off the same truck from the previous video. What we did is we got two jobs in the same neighborhood, probably half a mile apart. We just loaded the truck up full, and that enabled us to get two jobs with one truckload. And this is what the second job looks like. What it's going to be is it's a minimal sized driveway, and this is what the city requires to get your occupancy permit. So you have to have a landing outside your doors. It's one thing. You also have to have a driveway. And it can't be a gravel driveway. It has to be concrete. Or it could be asphalt, I suppose, but some kind of hard surface. Basically, we're 12 feet out, and we're the entire width of the garage door. The garage door is 16, but we went to the outside of the structure, so we're at about 24 feet by 12 feet. All right, so I left Eric and Kenny on the other job after we poured out, and then the concrete truck followed us over here. Me and Doug are gonna pour this one out. They've got a couple clean outs in the driveway. You notice there's two of them sticking up. I met the plumber over here, and he says he likes to cut them flush after the concrete's in, and he does it. Instead of an outside coupling, there's an inside coupling. He can glue into the inside and get it really nice and flush, which is kind of nice because that means I don't have to try to match an elevation if it was already pre-cut. I just finish around the pipe, and he cuts it to meet the concrete. You can't go wrong with that system. This mixed design is a 3000 PSI big rock. It's got some fiber mesh in there. Concrete depth is about 4.5 inches. Really stout mixture here. We got really good base. So this was the final step to getting this occupancy permit. And you know what was nice about it? Because I was doing another job in the neighborhood, I was able to do this one very reasonable to get this in here. And I didn't have to get a short load fee, a small load, or I didn't have to pay for delivery. It was all one lump sum with the first job. Everybody wins when you can pull this off. Whenever you get a small job like this, it's nice to try to, if you can, put it on hold for a little bit, and maybe something will come up and you can, kill two birds with one stone kind of thing, and everyone gets a discount.
All right.
Now we have a dry line right here, and we're just pulling it through on the existing joint, snapping it, and then we're going to follow that joint right on in.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, I couldn't find my wood hand for it, so I had to use a magnesium, which worked okay. I mean, I couldn't move the concrete as easy, but it did slide a lot easier on the surface.
Oh, it made it by the pipes. Nice.
Before I left the other job, we bull floated it, edged it, knocked the lines out, and then rushed over here. Now I'm going to do kind of the same thing here. I think, Doug has already left back to the other job to see how it's going over there for him. But we're at the time of year where this is not real stressful to be able to pull off. It's going to lay here a while. The temperature is only about 70, 75 degrees. It's not that 110, 115 degree stuff. So basically we hit this with the bowl float, 4-foot magnesium, and then I followed it up with the funny float, fiberglass. And then now we just running the funny trowel. So basically I was able to just use all walking tools on this. You know, I caught a couple edges by hand here and there, but for the most part, you know, it's all walking tools right to the broom. And you can hit this thing as many times as you want by hand on a hand trowel or whatever, but you know what? It's going to look exactly the same as this. All right, couple days later now, and I came back to the job to pull a couple forms out here. It's drying really slowly. This time of year, it stays dark for a while. In the summer, this would have been already whited out completely. So actually what you're going to end up with a little bit stronger product, you know, pouring this time of year rather than in the dead of summer, because you're going to get that nice slow cure. Plus the homeowner, I did direct him to keep this nice and wet for the few days I was gone before I stripped it, so that helps as well. Anyway, that about wraps up this video. It turned out absolutely magnificent. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share, subscribe, hit the notification. That way you'll be notified as soon as the next video pops. Have a good one. Bye.